Hello. Uh, I, I wanted to tab out, and then it just started playing the game. So, here we are. Oh, look at that. It's not even remotely full screen. Okay. I think I've fixed that part. So yeah, there's a moon. It got exploded. I guess. Maybe it's not a moon. Maybe it's a planet. That doesn't look great. That seems like a bad time for everybody involved. Yikes. Okay. So we're starting with less preamble because this just started when I didn't ask it to. Because I was trying to tab out to do something on the stream. So here we are. It's a mech person. They've got cool armor or are a mech person with possibly booster jets on their calves. Okay. I have a mech person. They are cell shaded. Hastier. No, not quite that hasty. Can I have cool... I can have cool alien skin. Hair. Yes, anime hair. It's important. Ooh, that's cool, anime hair. Nice. Oh, we should do face first. Because shape of face will impact shape of hair, right? Very big eyes. Okay, let's have serious person here. Skin. That just looks like... I guess there's sort of like wrinkles. Okay. Now we can do hair. No? Hairstyle? Ah, okay. That's... no. Mohawk. Big uphawk. Pompadour is kind of fun. Messy hair. Big hair. Side pony. Alright, I like it. Oh, hair color. We must have anime colored hair. Yes. Perfect. Eyebrows. Can the eyebrows also be anime blue? Yes, I think. Can't really see them under the big hair. Daemon X hairstyle. Hey, Arv. Anime scar / tattoo. / freckles. Ooh, electric face is fun. Alright, so there's more of these. Scars. Intense, like, lipstick. We should be able to do more than one of these. Big. I could be a juggalo! I heard about this game probably a couple of years ago. I think it was originally on Nintendo Switch, and if I remember correctly, it was free on Epic at some point, so I picked it up. Oh, okay, so you can be like a robot person. Alright. I kind of like the anime protagonist invert. I don't know that that's... I think that's just for like left side, right side. Ah, okay, so this can also be... Oh, they have to be the same intense blue. Or do we? Oh, thing, brightness. Okay, cool blue hair. And blue lipstick. Cosmetic. I'm already doing cosmetic. Eyeshadow. Yes, the most anime. Give me, purple? Gold. We should do gold. Gold. Yes, yes. Oh, lip color. We already did that. Voice. Hello?
Yeah.
Outer plug suit. Types. That's too high level. That's like end of game plug suit. Color 1. This plug suit needs to be more ridiculous. We could do Evangelion colors, right? So we can do black, but then color 2 is gonna be like a complement. No. I mean, the crotch part I'm not super in love with. What if this one is black? And then this one is... And then color 3 is... but like deeper blue. All right. Oh, it's yeah, that's fine. Multiplayer. I'm not playing multiplayer. No. This is gonna be, let's see. Does anyone have an idea for this this mech pilot's name? I can't quite write Gray Shade Kickstarter. I like Sapphire. "5 days left on the Gray Shade Kickstarter. If you're watching this on YouTube in the next 4 days, you can still back." This feels very 90s rock and roll to me. Like grunge or post-grunge. Alright, I remember basically nothing about this game, so let's find out.
Link accepted. Greetings. My name is 4.
Hi, 4.
I am the operator who serves as the liaison between orbital and outers like yourself.
What's that?
You have just recovered from transplant surgery to install your Neuralink terminal. At this time, your biometric data in the Oval link will be updated and registered with Orbital.
Okay.
This is your arsenal on loan from Orbital.
It's a mech.
Before we register you as a mercenary, you must complete an aptitude test. Accept the mission from this terminal and await dispatch.
Tutorial dispatch. Hey! Thanks so much for the follow, DC Artist Game. Thanks for dropping by. Very glad to have you. There's a mech here! Let's find out what's up with the mech. This may be a game that you already know, but I'm brand new to this. Play record. Okay. Yes, I have just started. Okay. That's not what I needed to do. This feels like, or I guess the
That's more like it.
tutorial multiplayer stuff is like more going on. Access. Okay, let's just access anything. Exploration missions. Okay. Other players? What if I just played me? There's a dog! Hello, puppy! There's also a puppy in the background, right down there. You just might not be able to see him very easily. Hello, pup. That's a good dog. Unfortunately, the game loses points for me not being able to pet the dog. Missions. Accepting missions. Yep. Free missions. Sure. Outer Aptitude Test. All registered mercenaries of Orbital and the consortiums must submit to an aptitude test to determine outer fitness. Maybe the mech can pet the dog. Tad link to the Can You Pet the Dog, the Twitter account. You tell them.
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Data link, normal. Generator pool, normal.
Ooh,
Energy limiter released.
I dig this part.
Electromagnetic armor operating at normal levels.
Yes, give me the good mech
Weapon
bullshit.
safety mechanism released. All systems normal. Commencing launch.
I appreciate this game's commitment to the mech soundtrack rock kind of vibe. We'll see how obtrusive
The outer
it
aptitude
proves
test
to
will
be.
begin soon. This is a live fire exercise, but you have nothing to worry about. Hardly anyone fails this test. 2 veteran mercenaries will serve as observers during the test.
This is Reaper of the Western Seven. I'll be joining you as an observer.
And I'm Queen of Panzercrown. Charmed, I'm sure.
Observers for the aptitude test are selected at random from a pool of qualified mercenaries. They're here to make sure the test is conducted fairly, and to intervene if your life is threatened.
What Four said. If things get dicey, just ask us for help. That said, don't expect to pass if you nearly die out here.
For Oval, and
Very
the world
guitar.
as a whole, outers like yourself are among our most valuable resources. However, if the cost of your arsenal repairs consistently exceeds the profit you generate, your value may be reassessed.
We get it. Let's get this over with already. Like Four said, hardly anyone fails this test.
If you're not sure what to do, prioritize your survival. Just trust your instincts and you'll pass with flying colors.
We will now begin the aptitude test. Please direct your attention to your radar. The aptitude test will begin once you cross the blue boundary. Move
Okay,
out
so
and
I
proceed
can
to the
jump.
designated coordinates as instructed.
Whoa, a lot of things. Okay. Red enemy units. Orange mission objectives. Got it. Jump, hold, and release to high jump. Activate flight mode while airborne. Move, deactivate flight mode and descend. Whoa, lots of things all at once. Hold RB for a speed boost. Okay. So I'm flying, yes. Attack with, aim with R. R trigger to use the weapons in the right arm. LT to, yeah. Shoulder weapons. Auxiliary weapons. Okay. No, just, that's so many things all at once.
You have arrived at the designated coordinates. The aptitude test will now begin. The next phase will begin shortly. Initiating lock battle sequence. Destroy all enemy AIs. The vital points gauge will deplete as you receive damage from enemies. This gauge represents your arsenal's durability. Should it fall to 0, the test will end.
VP recovery tanks will generate a recovery area.
To lock onto an enemy, align the sights in the center of your monitor over the target. Once locked on, you may fire. Your arsenal's OS will correct for any minor lapses in firearm accuracy. Use your boost ability to avoid enemy fire, and to get within range.
I don't know that I want a
return
femto
fire.
zone. Don't shoot me. Hey, look. Assault rifle plus 43. Okay. It's a tank. This reminds me that I want to watch the second season of
Designated enemy AIs have been
Genlock,
detected by your radar.
which I think I can get
Destroy
on
them at once.
HBO. Had Michael B. Jordan as a voice actor playing one of the main characters. By the Rooster Teeth people, I think. Possibly in conjunction with somebody else. I don't remember. Can I smoosh with shield? Alright, recovery. We do recovery zone. Okay, great. What are you? You're a green thing. Ooh, I'm sliding. Boost! Ammo? Looks like it. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh, I'm punching.
Good work. Get some rest before you tackle your next assignment.
Okay.
You should get your test results right away. See you around on the battlefield.
They are correct that that was not hard to win.
You have passed.
You have
Congratulations.
passed. You may play
Arsenal link key has been received.
the video game.
You are hereby recognized by Orbital and the consortiums as a registered mercenary. From now on, you will help us work toward world peace by completing assigned missions. Thank you for your
Suspicious
service.
of the world peace part. You know, hire mercenaries to achieve world peace. Okay. Returning to base. What if I want to just go to base now? Okay. So it's a mecha game. Tutorial, not especially exceptional, but that doesn't really matter because it did the thing it needed to do. It basically taught me how to do the basic stuff. Hello, puppy. I wish I could pet the dog. Are you a person? Do I talk to you at all? Can I run up here? Are you a person? Hello? No? What's your deal? Okay, so both of these are multiplayer. No, we're just playing... Hangar. Equipment. Changing equipment. Weapons. Left weapon. I don't have any extra things. Pylons. Okay. Paint. Arsenal painting, yes. Patterns. Okay, I don't have any of those. Do I have any colors? Color one. Okay, I can repaint my mech. Why are all these colors desaturated? Hell yeah. Okay. Yes. That's too epic. Message. Greetings. Okay, Zen. Sure. So these are like companies, I guess? Sure. Let's do a mission. Sweep the city. Immortals have invaded Grace City within Sky Union's territory. Team up with other reclaimers to eliminate them. Proper Noun have invaded Proper Noun within Proper Noun's territory. Team up with other Proper Nouns to eliminate them. Reward, 2,000 mech bucks.
This mission is a request from Sky Union. The
Okay.
details are as follows. Hostile AI forces have invaded Sky Union's territory within the Oval-Link. Each assigned mercenary must quickly clear out the enemies within the designated area. We have also confirmed that the invading enemy force consists of these seized AI.
So, tanks and drones.
For this mission, the area has been divided among all participating reclaimers. You will be accompanying Bullet Works. Briefing over.
Okay. Bullet Works. Welcome to your battlefield. So I wrote a role-playing game today? Not the Genrenauts one, something different. I had an idea and I said to myself, can I do this?
Hey, rookie. If you got any questions,
Can I just
hit me up. I'd
Write
be
up a
happy to show
quick
you the
one-page
ropes.
thing?
So you're a vet now, Johnny.
See what I gotta put up with? Come on, Corporal. When are you gonna stop treating me like a newbie?
4.
So
Send us
more
the
about
mission
that soon. I may want to like play it first before
That
I
should be everything.
put up a
Consult this
published
data
version
for
anywhere other
detailed
than
information
Patreon.
about the mission area.
Oh, I should move.
Continue your approach. The mission will begin soon.
Just gonna move. Up.
Catch you later, rookie.
This up here. I hope this is better. Objects and vehicles. F. I don't have an F.
Scanning battlefield. Femtoparticle density is low. Electronic devices will not be affected. Initiating each arsenal's data link. Opening squad communications channel. Begin the mission.
Hey, rookie. Looks like you made it to the battlefield in one piece. Welcome to the Oval-Link. Exciting, isn't it?
This is hell, Johnny. Encased in a 2,000-kilometer wide barrier. Focus.
Come on, man. What do you keep busting my chops for? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Name's Johnny G. I'm with Bullet Works. And that lovely ray of sunshine is the Corporal. He's with Bullet Works, too.
Please remember to use my call sign. Falcon.
My call sign is my real name. Man, I wish I had a cool-sounding call sign like Falcon.
A call sign is just a word to help us ID each other.
If you say so. Anyway, Bullet Works has been placed in charge of this area. The other areas are being handled by other reclaimer squads.
Choose your partners wisely. In this line of work, the wrong choice can get you killed.
Corporal's right. You'll definitely want to steer clear of the shadier mercs. Just be tapped with
Okay,
mercenaries.
so I'm just shooting
And you'll learn fast
enemies
who's hot
here.
and who's not. Anyway, back on top. Sky Union has managed to hold this area for a long time. But every now and then, AI invaders will show up knocking at the door, trying to
So
get in.
I'm curious
And when that happens,
at what
you
point
get called in to
their
clean house.
like stuff escalates.
More or less.
Pretty much. You probably already know about the Immortals, but just in case. They're responsible for corrupting all these AI that we've been sent to this.
Mission complete.
Okay.
Executing automatic return sequence. Return according to instructions.
I feel like I almost
Over already, huh? Looks like the rookie's still in one piece, too. Time to head home
missed
and...
some exposition.
Wait, Johnny. I don't like how this smells. Something's coming.
Oh, I see.
You and your nose.
Access granted. Sky Union's radar station has confirmed the appearance of immortals in your vicinity. Transmitting target data.
boss? That's a big something. That's a very big something.
What am I even looking at? Their sizes. Keegan class? Oh man. You sure we're not in over our heads here?
Mission update. Sky Union has notified us of a change to this mission. You are to stop these immortals from advancing further into Sky Union's territory.
Oh dear. There's several of them.
You've got to be kidding me! What's the call, Corporal?
We're right where we need to be.
Should have known you'd say something like that. Fine. I guess we're doing this.
There are no whiners in Fulhams. Besides, I'm sure BG planned for this.
I really hope you're right about that.
I could not really tell you whether I'm doing any real amount of damage here. Can I shoot your head? Still shooting that arm.
Man, this is tough.
Fierce gale is approaching.
Fierce gale? What are you talking about? Still alive, huh? You've gotten stronger, it seems. Corporal! Johnny G! Get out of the way! Major! Lieutenant! Falcon, Johnny G. We'll take it from here.
Okay. Some other people were showing up while I was trying to figure out what the items were to be able to
Follow my
use my
lead.
other weapon, because everything got introduced
always have your back, you know.
all at once. This part's pretty cool. I wish I could do it.
Geegan class, huh? They know you want to kill them, but you need to remember. Besides, you both know I'm the superior pilot. Just focus on defeating these for now. Fine, but someday you'll be next. That's the spirit.
I feel like people on the internet want those characters to smooch. If I know
Mission
anything
complete.
about the
Mission
internet.
accomplishment recognized.
Can I just land
Initiating
on
return
the Mac?
sequence.
Yeah, look at that. I've landed on a Big Mac. Okay. We beat the things. I wonder if the expenses were like repairs? And I didn't get damaged so much that I have repairs?
I see we have a new face with us. Let me introduce myself. I'm Crimson Lord, second in command of Bullet Works. And this is... Diablo. You did well out there. I'll be sure to keep you in mind.
What an ordeal. I just wanted to score some quick credits. Good thing those two swooped in to save us.
We're still alive. That's all that matters.
You really got to work on your praise, Corporal.
Falcon
Until next time.
showing up as very non-native people depicting a plains
I will
Indian
provide all
native
necessary
to
information
me.
for completing
I could
future
be very
missions.
wrong, though.
Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
How do I use my secondary weapons?
Your individual ability has the greatest impact on your... You can also have experimental building your service records.
Okay, whatever.
Your reward payout is higher than usual. There is precedent for requesting high... Immortals are a new form. After the moon fell, an unknown... These immortals have their own They can also corrupt other working along. Missions to eliminate immortals are assigned to mercenaries like you to achieve that goal.
Okay. Rock and roll happens. So, where do I buy stuff? Damaged. 0. Okay. Hangar. Buy things. Loadouts. Alright, let's try another mission. Free missions, no. Desert. Extermination. Reinvestigate the neutral zone. Prototype weapons.
Mission briefing. Briefing will now commence.
Ruins of Aquafort.
This mission is a request from Sky Union.
I thought it was just gonna play.
In response to the appearance of Geekant-class immortals during the previous mission, Sky Union has deemed it necessary to investigate neutral areas to prevent future immortal invasions. I've uploaded a map of the mission area. The area
Like
you'll
that.
be investigating shares a border with Sky Union's territory.
So is this like a world where a bunch of the water's gone away and that's why there's a ship
Complete
kind of
any necessary
halfway into a
preparations.
gulch?
Then stand by. Briefing over.
I don't know.
Gigant-class immortals. So named after the mythological race. Colossal beings, born from the blood that fell when the primordial god Uranus was castrated. One could say that in this gigantomachy of our time, we are like unto Zeus, brandishing
So they're just
his
using
mighty
Gigant
thunderbolt.
instead of Titan?
Real wordsmith, this guy. Say, I heard you were the first to face off against one of these. What was it like?
Ah,
So just
excellent.
like
We don't need to restrain ourselves
bunch
against
of other
powerful
characters?
foes.
Well, yeah, better than being completely in the dark, that's for sure.
In any event, it is essential that every last immortal be driven out. They are a blight.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Oh, you're that straight shooter from Innocence. Have you been here the whole time?
I have. I'm actually responsible for gathering information for our team.
Please ask your question.
Yes. The information we have on those Gigant-class immortals indicates that conventional weapons are ineffective.
we will need special anime weapons.
So what do we do if we encounter one?
In the previous encounter, the area's wide-range radar and communications tower were destroyed. We gathered what little information we could from the battle data of the Arsenal combatants. Beyond that, we know little else. Since Bulletworks was responsible for their destruction in the last encounter, it is highly unlikely that a similar type of immortal could be hiding nearby.
Highly unlikely, but not impossible either.
True.
Precisely, which is why Sky Union is loaning special weapons to those who accept this mission. Testing those weapons is a secondary purpose of the mission.
Ah, a secondary purpose. I see.
So there's a chance these untested weapons might work, but they're just loaning them to us? Yeah, I'm gonna need more incentive than that, especially when there's a chance these weapons are total duds. Whoa, we just gotta assume all the risk and that's that? They can't sweeten the deal at all? Come on, work with me here.
I'll see what I can do. One moment, please.
Holding out for a greater reward. You disappoint me, hero. Your older brother would never engage in such unbecoming conduct.
Okay, I admit it. Dev is more of a hero than I am. He's all about getting up close and using his own power to take down enemies. But me? Well, if someone's gonna give me a powerful new weapon to play with, I am not gonna say no to that.
Impressive. Yes. As mercenaries, we answer to a higher calling. One that demands we
that's
destroy the immortals by
not
any
really
and
what
all
mercenary
means at our
means.
disposal. Such is our burden as agents of justice.
I imagine being rich enough to afford a made-to-order arsenal helps to ease that burden, though. My siblings and I, we have to work hard so we can afford to eat. It'd really help if you sat this one out, Savior. What do you say?
I wish you good luck. If you fight as a stalwart agent of justice, I will not need to enter the fray. That, in turn, would entitle you to my share of the reward.
Deal. I'll do my part.
I have completed negotiations with Sky Union. They are willing to extend the loan period indefinitely if you agree to provide them with all future battle data.
Well, in that case, I accept this mission. What about you, Prince?
Makes
When
it sound
Jimmy
like that
beckons,
data is very
ours
useful,
is
and
not
maybe
to
you should
refuse.
have negotiated for
Innocents
better
will
terms.
also accept.
Y'all need a union. I mean, the Sky has a union. Feels like the Mercs should have a union.
Scanning battlefield. Femtoparticle density is uneven, but short-range radar will not be effective.
Move out. Don't let them swarm you. They're weak one-on-one, but in a group, they're a real pain to deal with.
How to attack? No. Basic controls. Okay. Auxiliary weapon is X.
Rookie, try using those missiles of yours. The displayed number is your locked-on targets. You can fire more missiles with each target you acquire.
Shoulder weapon missile. Active homing missiles will seek locked on targets. Heat-seeking missiles will gravitate toward heat signatures.
Oh, so you're the little rookie I've been hearing about. You look more broken in than I expected. Name's Deva of the Steel Knights. What's up?
Alright, knock it off. I met the rookie at the briefing. Prince and no-nonsense notes are off handling another area. Don't worry, rookie. I'm sure you'll team up with them eventually.
That's
Prince? That tool savior's still alive?
Okay.
One of these days, I really need to knock him off that high horse of his.
If you did, I doubt he'd notice. He barely remembers we even exist.
Truth. Oh, whoops. We gotta make sure to keep the rookie here in the loop. Now, we mercenaries usually form groups to do this work. Collectively, we're known as reclaimers. As a group, it's easier to take on bigger missions and negotiate for whatever supplies them. If you don't want to die, surrounding yourself with allies is the way to go.
That
teamed
sounds a
up with
little
Bulwarks
bit like
before,
a
yeah.
union.
Among reclaimers, they're one of the larger groups. All former military types. Experts in the art of war.
We're talking the best of the best of the best among reclaimers. No question.
And that Prince guy, he actually leads a group of reclaimers called the Five Hells. Their crew is something else, that's for sure.
They're nobles, basically. They got the credits and clout to put average Joes like us to work for them.
That's one way of putting it. Still, even nobles have duties they can't shirk by paying off the masses.
Well, whatever. We're all mercenaries in the Oval Link. And, as much as I hate to admit it, that guy's a good mercenary. Damn good even.
I bet you'd give him a run for his money in a fight.
You're no slouch either. Don't forget why we're the Steel Knights.
Obviously.
Me and my little brother Zoa are the only reclaimers in the Steel Knights. A two-man group like ours might seem odd, but that's just how we like to roll.
The best way to learn about the more famous reclaimers is to check them out for yourself. Some of them are crazy. Just absolute nutcases who dive into this mess without even blinking. It's a real freak show, that's for sure.
Anyway, all reclaimers receive missions from Orbital and the Consortiums. We complete those missions and get paid. That's all there is to it. But we all got our own reasons for doing this. Just check us all out, like Zoa said, and draw your own opinions.
At the end of the day, we're all just mercenaries, fighting to survive. Now let's get to work.
About time. If you
Many
find
missiles.
any big boys, let us know. Later, rookie.
Okay. Remaining targets. This way. I think. Okay, objectives that way. Here we are. Look at all those enemies.
Gotta do better than that.
How's that? Is that better? Very short missions.
Sufficient weapon data collected. Mission accomplishment recognized. Executing automatic return sequence. Return according to instructions.
Guess we didn't find any big boys. Talk about a tease.
So, I haven't gotten any equipment yet.
At least we get
Am
to use
I
these weapons all
missing
we
the
want.
equipment?
I'd say that counts for something.
I guess. Later, rookie.
Heat
Don't go
source?
dying now.
There's a big ship. The big ship is kind of fun. I feel like this game is going both too slowly and too fast at the same time. Because I haven't... Okay, so I just got a new weapon and new paint. So now I have some customization options, I guess. Hello, dog that I can't pet. Thing. Okay, what did I just get? Hanger. Loadout. No. Equipment. Weapons. Shoulder weapon. Thing. No. Okay, so now I have the missiles. Okay. This one just seems better. Nothing for pylons yet. Except I already have an auxiliary weapon and it feels like that's on a pylon. Patterns. Camo. Okay, well, let's try one more mission and see how that goes. These missions are fairly short.
Mission briefing. If you have any questions, you can access me at any time to review the contents of this briefing. Briefing will now commence. This is a private mission from Zen. Whether you accept or refuse this mission, please be advised that severe penalties will be imposed if its contents are disclosed to others.
Where's my NDA? I didn't sign an NDA. You have to give me the paperwork.
Your objective is to investigate the border of Sky Union's territory and eliminate enemy AIs in the area.
Well, hopefully you're not
Additionally,
hearing
Sky
much of
Union, as a
that
precautionary measure to complete any necessary briefing over.
big machinery stuff from outside. This is too many new characters all at one after another. I don't.
Whoa! Easy there, Baldy. You're gonna break the
remember
briefing.
the characters. Like doing a new mission for every one of these corps is fine, but the missions are too short.
Scanning battlefield.
And the characters, there's not enough for the characters to do for me to really care about them, other than like Notice, I guess, who is the like I have to do like
Yeah, just like that. Now that you're armed, let's get to work. We got money to make.
like I gotta pay, I have bills to pay, and then like another one of them is rich. Oh look, it's another mech.
I'm the cream of the crop!
Okay, so I'm using both weapons at once, and there's enemy mechs and they're zipping around. That part's fun.
Enemy reinforcements detected. Defeat them to complete the mission.
Maybe I should have gotten something other than another weapon. There is loot in this game.
I'm the cream of the crop!
Does my ammo matter at all? doesn't seem especially like it matters. The boost is fun. This is certainly more challenging.
And that's a wrap. I'd say we did pretty good for ourselves.
I ain't even had my fill!
Still, all the secrecy surrounding this.
Mission complete. Mission accomplishment recognized. Initiating return sequence.
These missions
Nah,
are...
it's fine. We survived, and that's all that matters. Let's
Is there
go
going to be
home,
another
Ricky.
surprise? No. Okay. Loot? Didn't even kill all the enemies. Oh, look at that. Femtozone is good. Femtozone is bad. Guess that's a pickup. Yes. Okay. Alright. So we got loot. There's loot in this game. Okay. So what happens? I have a second head. So this one has... are you just better? Low performance, but optimized for ease of use. Okay, I guess I changed the head. This seems like it's just numbers go up. Okay. Weapons. Right weapon. Bullet. Alright, so basically the same thing. No pylon weapons yet, I guess. Okay. I think that may have been our first woman pilot. Like, I don't know if the AIs have
Mission
gender.
briefing. If you have any questions, you can
Does
access
4
me
have
at
gender?
any time to
I
review
don't
the
know.
contents of this briefing. Briefing will now commence. This mission is a request from corrupted AIs have been confirmed at production facilities in Zen's territory within the Oval Link. Your objective is to destroy these facilities. Complete any necessary preparations, then stand by and await dispatch. Briefing over.
Okay. I'm very curious.
What are you sulking about?
5 missions, 5 factions. This is
I just
too...
wish everyone would die. Well, I just love breaking stuff.
So this is like the baby metal faction?
I am so excited! Destroying facilities sounds way more fun than fighting little baby bots.
I bet Zen's none too happy about immortals corrupting facilities in their own territory. Still, it's not like the built-in artificial intelligence and their drones can do anything to stop it from happening.
Abyss and I will break you if your feeble old man brain gets corrupted.
Won't be necessary. After all, immortals can't corrupt human minds. That's why outers like us make perfect mercs. Know what I mean?
Nope, not at all. Maybe you would be better off dead. We certainly are.
Better off dead, huh? Just don't bust up my cybernetic legs then. So you're the rookie everyone's talking up. Johnny already filled me.
Bullet
Heaven
works.
of the Five Hells. A bit.
You heard of the Five Hells? Their leader is this real high society type proclaimer named Savior.
Savior, we met.
These young ladies are his little sisters. If that worries you, but I promise you, they're talented.
We're way stronger than you, old man.
She's not joking. Battlefield, anyway, I gotta get my arsenal ready. See you out there.
Ciao! Kill you later.
So, if every one of these missions was like a 22-minute TV episode, and there was a lot more to the missions,
Femtoparticle
and
density in this area is low.
the
Short-range
player
radar will not be
character
affected.
was a
Initiating
character?
each arsenal's data link. Opening squad communications channel.
Good to see you again. I'm counting on you.
I just had something else to take care of. So, what are we playing today?
Destroy the facilities corrupted by the Immortals.
That's it!
Non-stop production of corrupted AIs in consortium territory. This could be bad PR for Zin.
So, what am I allowed to break?
You can go off the chain, but do you remember what Savior said?
Uh-huh, I totally remember. I'll get dinged for shooting allies, and I should always listen to 4.
Not a girl.
Praise. You're a nice old man. When I break you, I'll make sure it doesn't hurt at all.
Gee.
Okay.
I'm detecting numerous enemy AIs near the affected facilities. Caution is advised.
Guess we're not gonna make this easy. Take down the AIs
You know what game I
the
liked?
facilities first.
Battletech.
Let's roll.
Battletech was a good game.
Yippee! Time to deliver justice!
Okay, this is Immortal Controlled Mechs. Alright.
Candy tastes like strawberries. Delicious.
Did you think you could outmaneuver me? Not a chance.
Should I break you once?
Come on. Now I take your stuff. Blade? I want a blade.
Let's play. Oh, never mind.
Enemy down. Acquiring new target.
Okay, destroying tower.
Let's play. Oh, never mind.
Hello.
More!
Enemy down. Acquiring new target.
Who should I break first?
Okay, so I've got the towers. Sure hope there's not any humans in there.
Mission complete. The facilities are no longer operational. Mission accomplishment recognized. Initiating return sequence.
Look at all the
We're done
enemies that are
already?
still on.
But I want to break more stuff.
We gotta head back so you can tell Savior what a good job he did.
That's right. Do you think my Lord Brother will praise me?
I'm sure he will. Speaking of which, good job, Rookie.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not really impressed by this game. I don't know that it's offering me much, or there's too many characters too quickly and not enough like emotional. Ice cream parlor is now available. Okay, is that like, can I talk to people? There's a garage which contains a store. Okay. Where? So, ice cream parlor. After buying ice cream, you'll receive temporary bonuses to your outer and arsenal abilities. Every ice cream purchase you make comes with a stamp. Cut. Buy several, get one free. Okay. I was hoping ice cream parlor was going to be like a place where you interact with other characters. Okay, so this is a progression. Which makes me think at some point I'm gonna have to like go and fight without a mech. This is not really enthusing me, honestly. So we're gonna call that one. So we're gonna go back to this over here, and I'm gonna come over here and fix my hair. Yeah, I also do not love the creepy child voice unhinged fighter situation, to be honest. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go find this, which is the new cover, and then I'm gonna go find the old cover, and we're gonna talk a little bit about Geekomancy. Since I got launched right into the game. That's too many N's. Geekomancy. Like it was like Michael Mann, the director who did Heat. Who, do I not have the old cover easily on hand anymore? Let's see. Here we are. So, old cover, new cover. Let's do it this way. So, that's basically that. So, we go over here. And the Geekomancy command. So, the re-raised series is back. The new version of Geekomancy came out last month. I considered waiting and waiting on my re-releases so that I could put the second edition of Geekomancy out like exactly or almost exactly on the 10-year anniversary. But then I was just done with stuff and ready earlier, and I thought, I don't know that the holding for the anniversary is going to be a better call than just like starting to put the books out. Because that series had been unavailable for a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years, because the sales got to the point where they reverted to me. My hair does not look great today. I thought I would wait on washing my hair again until after I did a VR workout, but now I'm feeling self-conscious. So here we are. Insights into the life of an author. Yeah, so I was actually thinking about this on my walk this morning with Oreo, that so on July 8th, so the Sunday right before Geekomancy came out the first time, so this the lower cover version. So I was working as a traveling sales representative for the Weibel Marketing Group, which was a job with a bunch of travel It did not pay anywhere near as well as the Angry Robot job that I would then go to. So on that Sunday, I was in New York doing the final interview for the job at Angry Robot that I would then get and work for 5.5 years. So I'm there and I'm talking about writing and whatever. And my first novel is about to come out because I'd sold it at the start of 2012, and then it was going to be put out in September, and then then Simon & Schuster, the publisher, fast-tracked it to come out in July so that it would, I think it came out on a Tuesday, and then San Diego Comic-Con for that year started on the Wednesday or the Thursday. So the idea was, let's have this book come out the week of Comic-Con, we'll put it on promotion, we'll promote it at the convention, and it'll sell a bunch. And that was an accurate assessment. They did put a good bit of promotional support behind it from the beginning, but releasing it at a really low price, I think also set some expectations about who the audience was. And okay, these are books that I will get for cheap. And I think most authors, most of the time, should be selling their books for more than $1.99, because it takes hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of work to write a novel, plus all of the work that you've put in the years before you write any given novel. And the idea that something that most people would spend 4 to 6 to 10 or more hours reading is only quote unquote worth $2 USD is very silly. It deeply undervalues the work of the authors, as well as everybody else that works on the book. So, these covers here, somebody did that cover, somebody did this cover, somebody did the graphic design, somebody did the layout, somebody formatted the ebook. And especially for books that are going out into full print distribution, the sales reps do stuff and the printers do stuff. There's just a zillion jobs that go into publishing a book at a big traditional publisher. Now, can you do all of those jobs and publish a book entirely by yourself? Absolutely yes. I did not do this version all by myself. I commissioned someone to be to do the design and the art, and then I commissioned somebody else to format the book for print and for ebook. And then I partnered with various companies to print those books and to sell those books. So this, the normal price for Geekomancy after that first week or whenever it was at San Diego Comic-Con was back up to a normal, fairly reasonable ebook price. But at this point, people are publishers are putting out hardcovers and then charging $15, $16, $17 for the ebook that goes with it, because they are framing this book as a deluxe product. Here's your $28 to $30 hardcover and your $15, $16, $17 ebook, because it's a bunch of work. And I think there's also sort of a push by some publishers to go, okay, it's really hard to compete with self-publishing authors who are putting their work out at free 99 cents or $1.99. So instead, we're going to tack the other direction in the market, and we're going to position the books that we put out as being of a quote-unquote higher value, whether that is production value in making the ebook looks really pretty, or a very, very pretty physical book, right? This is a nice looking paperback book. If I had resold the Geekomancy rights, working with Kim May, my agent, to another traditional publisher, and they had put out a new paperback version, even if they used the same artist, the book that they produced would be prettier, because they'd probably be using offset printing paper and different cardstock and things like that, and maybe they would be doing even more passes in terms of formatting and internal art or something like that. Rekka, RJ Theodore, who's a writer friend, and whose books you should check out, Flotsam and Salvage. Salvage just came out, was also re-released this last Tuesday along with Celebromancy. So check out their books. Rekka did a really good job, but there are places and times when a traditional publisher is just going to put so much work into putting a book out because they want that book to be an art object, so that they can justify and convince people to pay that higher cost on a book. Like, I made the decision for Geekomancy to put it back out at $4.99 because the expectation in the urban fantasy market is that books are cheap. And there's only so much that I felt that I could push against that while still having a decent chance of selling books. Now, my plan is to have Geekomancy at $4.99 US, and then after, a few weeks or a month or so, Celebromancy and then Hexamancy after it comes out will go up maybe to $5.99, $6.99, because if someone already likes the series, they may be more likely to go, yeah, actually, I do feel like I'm getting a good value out of this, so I'm willing to pay this higher price. Because again, I put a lot of work into those books the first time around, and then I put more work into re-releasing them, working with the artist and designer team, going back and forth with production steps, ordering the print books, evaluating them, like writing the new sales copy. Like, there's a bunch of stuff here. And so my overall message is to value the creative work done by people whose work you really like, and that if you find yourself in a position to be able to pay a more competitive rate, or pay a more lifestyle supporting rate for somebody, if you're in a position where economically your kind of leisure budget is not super overtapped, to go, oh, okay, well, I can buy this book and support this author on Patreon, or I can buy this, I'm going to buy this book on ebook, and then I'm going to buy the paperback book to have on my shelf, or as a thing that I then lend to friends, or I like this book so much I want to be able to read it in both formats. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can support authors. I guess the Angry Robot story is basically done. The point was that it was one of the most momentous weeks of my life to do the final interview for a job that I would end up then getting and doing for 5.5 years, and having my debut book come out not 2 days later. So I did the interview on a Sunday or maybe a Monday, and then flew back home, and then the book came out on the Tuesday. And I was just, doing all of the things and trying to promote. And in that 2012 to 2014 era, I did just so many podcasts. I went on so many podcasts as a guest. Because I discovered, actually we're just chatting here, so what's my stream info? We should be just chatting. The timestamps won't exactly work on that, but now it's more accurate as to what's actually going on. We're going to move this. Just going to make this go back so that I can see chat. Yeah, and in the past couple of years, even a little bit before the pandemic, but especially early pandemic, I have been pulling back on some of the things that I do, just to kind of keep myself visible in the writing world, because it's so much work. The idea of having to constantly be on Twitter or on Facebook or whatever, so that you're visible, to always be also writing reviews and also doing this and also working at a magazine, and just all the different things that a bunch of different authors do to either make ends meet or maintain their visibility. And so in the last almost, well, not quite almost, but coming up on a year that I've been doing streaming, that's been really good, because it is both content marketing in that I am quote unquote making content that is free for people. All you have to do is be able to view stuff on Twitch or on YouTube. And the fact that doing stuff on Twitch by itself is also fun, and that it can be social when people are in chat and we're going back and forth. And I feel like I'm talking to people instead of just kind of talking into a void, or talking entirely in sales mode or marketing mode of how can I say something in such a way that people will want to buy books in order to make a living. That's very tiring, exceptionally tiring. Thinking about how tiring that is tiring in and of itself, which is very funny. I've heard and seen a lot of chatter about TikTok in the last few months, as TikTok kind of became the new popular social media site that publishing is aware of. Of course, TikTok's popularity, huge rise in popularity was before that. Publishing just tends to be a little bit behind. And people talking about, oh, okay, well, to get your book found and to get published and to get any amount of promotional support, you need to be on TikTok. And that's, no, just don't do business that way. If you're a publisher, don't do business that way. If you talk with authors, please tell them that that's not how things have to work, because then you're not commissioning or buying books from authors. You are commissioning or buying books from social media celebrities who happen to be writers. And that's not the same thing, because there's going to be so many books, so many novels and poems and everything created by people who are better at the creating thing and not as great at the social media thing. And that there may be people who are great at both, and that's wonderful. But if the primary rubric is something other than the quality of the writing, or your perception of the quality of the writing and your ability to sell it, then you're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing your audience a disservice, because what you're actually presenting to them is not necessarily what you are claiming to be doing. Like, oh, okay, this publishing puts out books by celebrities very often. Apparently it does well enough for them to want to keep on doing it, even when it's like, here is a novel from someone who is not in any way, shape, or form known as being a novelist, and basically everybody involved knows that it's written by a ghostwriter. And yeah, that part I'm not so in love with. So, and that's a little bit of a diatribe there, but publishing is tricky. There are many things to be concerned about. That's the outside noise from people doing whatever it is. I think they're working on a car. So other things that I should make sure to let people know about. I'm going to find my itch page and post a link to the landing page for the Genrenauts role-playing game, which is a thing that I'm working on. Oh, that's okay. I'll go back and fix that later. Don't worry about it. That's me talking to myself. Don't worry about it. So you can follow me as a creator on itch.io. I also have the ebooks of Geekomancy, Celebromancy, and the Genrenauts Season 1 collection. Do I also have Wasteland War? Yeah, so you can get all of the... You can get the Season 1, you can get the Genrenauts Cupid Reconciliation audiobook, you can get Genrenauts The Wasteland War and ebook, and Geekomancy and Celebromancy from itch.io. It's just another marketplace. Mostly itch.io is video games and tabletop role-playing games, which is why I have the Genrenauts game there. But I figured that I could offer these other things. Having other books like this on itch.io is also good, because then I can contribute them to charity bundles. In fact, Geekomancy right now is a part of a charity bundle that I don't think has ended yet, correct? So this bundle is going for 3 more days. So I'm also going to put this in the chat, because of course I should put it in the chat and promote things I'm working on. So the indie bundle for abortion funds, which is raising money for the National Network of Abortion Funds Collective Power Fund, which moves money directly to abortion funds across 20 plus US states, with a focus on the South and the Midwest, where it is often most difficult to get access to abortions, and even more so now after the far-right Supreme Court of unelected assholes and some unelected not-so-assholes have, by a majority of assholes, decided to strip a bunch of civil rights. So, for lack of the ability to depose and dissolve the Supreme Court, there were other things that we can do. So, I will encourage you to do that. And then I'm also going to pull up the Kickstarter for the Grey Shade trilogy and RPG to plug as well. This coming week, I'm going to be doing some more stuff for that Kickstarter. I don't know exactly all what Greg has announced, so I don't want to blow up his spot, as the hip people say on that. Just keep an eye on my socials, and you'll find some stuff out. I would encourage you to to attend to twitch.tv/arvanelleron this week, which is Greg's Twitch channel, aka the place where we play the games for Speculate. So that is that. The Gray Shade Kickstarter is at $14,491 out of $25,000 goal, 169 backers. Yeah, I think there will be more Gray Shade stuff later this week, but I will leave that to Arv to talk about. So if you have not heard about this Kickstarter, I'm just gonna boost a little bit more actively here for a moment. For everybody who has already heard about the Kickstarter a bunch, I apologize for the repetition, but there's the chance that some people are new and haven't heard about it, or are going to hear about it from YouTube in the next couple of days before the campaign finishes. So let's see, can I just pull this up? I suppose I could just pull this up on my browser thing. So let's browser KS live production. No, not that. This. Hello? Okay, it's behind everything now. Why is it behind everything? No. Okay, here we are. Hey, look at that. Can we? All right, this is. We're gonna make it work. Everything's gonna be fine. So is this gonna work? Is this gonna scroll when I scroll? No. Okay. Then what if I do this? What if I do shift? Nope, it's just gonna expand it. Okay. So I'm just gonna move that over here. So we have a Bag of Giving live charity TTRPG event on Monday on Greg's channel, which is where Greg's going to be running Lone Wolf, which is a TTRPG based on actually a very established, like fantasy game book series that dates back to the 70s. So this Kickstarter funds 2 more novels in the series that Greg wrote. That series starts with Gray Shade, which is like a dark fantasy novel in the style of like Jason Bourne meets Assassin's Creed, is I think some of the comps that they've used across the time. I read an earlier version of Gray Shade when it was also published in an earlier edition, because this is what happens in publishing. Sometimes books come out and then they go away and then they come back with a new life, and we do everything we can to keep them alive at some point, like alive or alive again, sometimes undead, but usually just alive again. So you can get 2 more novels. You can get the TTRPG, and there are other fun things that you can get by becoming a backer, including the audiobook of Gray Shade, the first novel in the series, and there's cool commemorative coins. And then if they get past the funding goal, there will be other special things in stretch goals. So I backed, am I logged in here? No, I'm not logged in here, but I can tell you which level that I backed at. So I backed at the signed paperback novel trilogy because I am a novel type person. I will probably then add on the RPG in order to be able to get that, or I'll just wait and play in a game that Greg runs on the channel or something. But it's fun to get games, and after watching the stream that Greg and Brandon did talking about the classes, I was certainly more interested, even not being a huge 5e kind of person. I'm just going to put this back on here just for kicks. What if we did I'm just going to make this bigger. Okay, that at least shows us the amounts that we're dealing with here. So 14,491, 169, 5 days to go. So yeah, and as Original says, you can get the book Gray Shade for pay what you want as low as $1 USD. So as I was saying earlier in the stream, $1 to $2 for a novel is tremendously low. If you are in economic hardship, this is an opportunity to get access to a fun book at a much lower price. And then, of course, if you decide later on and find yourself in a different economic situation, then you can always do more. That was the dog sneezing. Hello, dog. He's just kind of flopped and licking the carpet, doing a dog thing. So that is that. Yeah, and if you scroll up in chat, you can see some of the other things that they've got going on. So Bag of Giving Monday, some game streams on Tuesday, something TBD on Wednesday or Thursday, and then a massive marathon RPG session on Friday, where there will be more information on the channel sometime tomorrow. So look for that. Excuse me. So now I will move that. Yeah, it is good to, because the dog's behind me, it's always good to know that he's still out there and kicking. So that is that. Yeah, let's see what else. I don't think that I have anything else. We could jump back to some other game, but I think I will probably call it there. So your call to action is to go and check out that Gray Shade Kickstarter, which I'm going to link in the chat again, if you have not already done so. As a reminder, Kickstarter is an all or nothing funding situation. So if they don't get to the $25,000 goal, it just won't happen at all. And you will not be charged unless they hit that goal. So there's no there's no gambling element at that point. And the people who are doing this have a track record. Alligator Alley, who is doing the RPG, has a track record of delivering stuff. Athos Arts, the book publisher, they have a track record of delivering stuff. So we have people who have been accountable to audiences and delivered their thing in terms of that. So 10 years since Geekomancy, it is very strange to think that it's been that long, also that it's only been that long, because time is an illusion. And it would be a strange thing to go back and talk to 2012 Mike and talk about where my career has and hasn't gone in 10 years, because many writers hope to achieve various vaulted levels of critical and or economic success. But what I have had in 10 years is I've been steadily writing. I've been putting stuff out. I've been getting to expand and develop my writing, to not just do the same thing over and over again. I've gotten to work with a bunch of different cool people. I've gotten great art for my books, and it's been a pretty cool time. And I am very glad to have Geekomancy back out into the world. My goal with these reissues is that then they will be on the market for, another 10 years or more, maybe longer after that. At some point, maybe I'll commission yet another set of covers if cover trends in urban fantasy have changed in such a big fashion, which they may or may not. I really like these new covers, so I would be fine if they get to stick around for a while. But yeah, I could talk for a long time about what it has been to be an author and how my view of what it takes to promote yourself as an author and things like that have changed over the course of the years. A lot of it's not especially encouraging stuff, because we still live in late capitalism, which is ever more constricting and demands ever greater profits of all of the corporations, where sustainability or like sustainability economically, psychologically, or physically for anybody involved is not kind of the goal. The goal is short-term profit for shareholders. And so the people who call the shots at the top levels in publishing, their agenda is not put out good books. Their agenda is make money, as much money as possible, by spending as the least amount of money as possible, and always be able to make more money all the time. I'm not familiar with the video of the eternally growing hamster, but that sounds about apt. And that was the dog waggle. Hello, Oreo. The only thing that Oreo wants to be eternally growing is his food bowl full of food, because he will eat an entire day's worth of food and then complain that we've never fed him in his entire life, because that's sometimes how dogs are. Which, honestly, I can't blame him. I think that is somewhat evolutionarily adaptive from a dog's perspective. So there is that. This week I will be planning to stream on Wednesday, and then I may be involved in one or another of the last week of Gray Shade activities, which I will be sure to tweet about and let people know. And then I will hope to be back on this next Sunday. And next Sunday, if everything works out schedule-wise, we will also have another session of Girl by Moonlight Fractal Spire over on twitch.tv/arvaneleron. And then on July 29th, I believe, we will have another recording of Court of Blades Valorward, the other Speculate game, where we do the retinue and character creation. So I have some more world building to do for that game. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. In the last couple of years, I started hearing about donut theory in terms of like the economy and the environment. The idea that there is a middle range where you can have a good quality of life for all the humans on Earth, but also not run the Earth out of resources and make it totally uninhabitable, which basically requires lowering the ceiling of quality of life for the very, very rich down to something much more like the rest of us in the world, raising the floor of quality of life for people who are at the low end of quality of life, and then calibrating how we use energy so that we are kind of making it so that humans can continue to live on Earth. So like a little bit of a degrowth framework, but really only from the perspective of overall global activity, where like the rich and the desires of the rich completely throw off all of the averages. Yeah, and like bless you, Oreo. The ceiling in a lot of different countries is really high, but then there's so few people who actually are living at that ceiling. The ceiling is just really, really high because the rich want it to be, as opposed to bringing things down to where like, well, maybe not everybody not everybody in the US has cars right now, but in 20 years, maybe that's because we have an amazing rail infrastructure again. And so the need for cars, the need to use cars cross country is drastically reduced, and that also reduces carbon emissions. And so there's a bunch of great things that we can do. CF, Green New Deal, and all that kind of jazz. So that's going to be all for me today. Go check out the Gray Shade Kickstarter. Thank you to everybody who has been with me on my author journey these last 10 years. However much you've been here with me as a reader, colleague, friend, co-gamer, whatever it is, I'm very glad to have you in my life, and I'll see you next time. I moved the OBS, so I went to do this to end the stream, and that's not where OBS is anymore. It's over here.